Cancer, it's Kay from Kay Loves Tarot. Hope you guys are doing well. So I'm going to apologise to all the water signs who feel disgruntled they didn't get their end of monthlies. Just couldn't keep up. We had a lot going on, but you know, I kind of feel like your monthlies for March were pretty strong enough as it is. So we're just going to jump straight into your April monthlies. Right, let's get stuck in then. Cancer. Sun, Moon and Rising. All my readings are Sun, Moon and Rising for Cancer for April 2018. General. We'll start off with general and then we'll do a love. Cancer. Cancer. April for 2018. April. Okay, you guys, let's take a good look. Okay, that's sticking out. Okay, we have central issues. We have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. One flew out then. I've got the, as a root, the Page of Wands in the reverse. There's the recent past, Five of Pentacles. Kind of see where this is going for some Cancers. What's crowning is the Knight of Pentacles. And what's coming towards the Cancer? Okay, I had quite a few drop out then, like half the deck. So let me try that one again. What's coming towards the Cancers in April? Okay, I've got the Queen of Cups reversed. So let me just throw a few more on that one. God, I've got, right, okay. We've got the Strength card. And the Eight of Swords, and leave that there. Let me clarify the rest and then we'll get stuck in. So, I just want to say, the root of a problem, I have got two pages in the reverse. So, I want to kind of give out like an extra message there, Cancers. If you have got kids, okay, this isn't for all of you. This is just obviously like an extra message that I clearly have to throw out. Look at these. I never ever want to dictate parents, like especially on how they raise their kids, but for some of you, whether it's busy lifestyles, whether it's for love, it seems like we're putting something before our kids for some of you, okay? So, Cancers, I just sort of want to throw that out there. You could have a, you know, especially if you've got two children, you could have a couple of very upset kids. Even if you've got more, it doesn't matter. It's just something to think about, okay? And if Spirit's pulling it up, it's obviously to be taken literally. If you feel like that suits your energies at the moment, that maybe the kids have been a little bit overlooked for the sake of something else. Just basically saying Spirit's onto you there. Okay, so, right. Let's get on with the reading. So we have a central issue, okay. With this Ten of Cups reversed, we also have the Ten of Pentacles. So where we don't have a completion sort of within a family unit, again affecting children, or just a family as a whole, we do have completion with money. So that leads me to think that some of you are actually putting work before your kids. Now, yes, if bills need paying, roof needs to be put over one's head, fair enough, completely understandable. But that's not to say that you can't take some time out to sort of just be with your kids, okay? That's just obviously tying it in with what we spoke about before, but as a whole, I'm actually seeing, I want to say, the Ten of Pentacles, and I spoke about this with my friend the other day, it can be a reconciliation card. Do you see how the two people under the archway have kind of bumped shoulders here, just here? You know what I mean? So I do kind of see it as a bit of a reconciliation card, but I also sort of want to say maybe it's a reconciliation that could disturb a family unit. Again, if you're reconciling with someone, is it something that's going to affect your kids? Or affect what you love most? You know what I mean? If it's not children, is it your work? For some of you, it's more work focus, earning a lot of money, but again, other elements to do with the family being overlooked. the root of this, obviously, we've got this Page of Wands and the Page of Swords. So I do sometimes see pages as literal children. That's what I was, you know, trying to get at before. But if we're actually looking just at the energies of the cards, some of you could be dealing with air signs, some of you could be dealing with fire signs. I think that the Page of Swords is the advice, the Page of Wands is what's actually going on, because we look at Wands as an actual act, you know, the Swords are kind of what's going on in the head, or maybe advice on what we should be doing. The Page of Wands, the feeling, I mean, I've been ascending, you guys, so, you know, if I'm sort of reading and it doesn't kind of match up with what I'm saying with the cards, it's because I'm going with my intuition and my gut feelings on this. I kind of want to say that even though something may be brewing for you guys, maybe in the love department or with work, it's a little bit hush-hush at the moment. That's how I want to say it. It's a little bit hush-hush. Like, yes, something's going on, but we're not really talking about it. We're keeping it on the DL, the down low. And the Page of Swords is definitely letting your guard down with something here. The recent past, I have the Three of Cups with the Five of Pentacles there. So for some of you, it's been shut out by a very good friend. For some of you, it's being shut out because there was a three-way situation involved. Either way, it's just like that feeling of being shut out. Okay, and the Three of Cups in the reverse can also be gossip and rumours as well, Cancer. Shut out from society. I don't feel like that's it, but for some of you, I suppose it could be. So what's actually crowning you is Temperance in the reverse with the Knight of Pentacles, okay? So what's on your mind is slow progress to actually sort of correct a few things that you know damn well are unbalanced and not actually sort of matching up. You know, maybe you're burning the candle at both ends. Maybe you focus more on work than you are on your home life. Maybe you focus more on love than you are of your family and your children. Whichever way it goes, something's being neglected for something else and it's not balanced. So Temperance in the reverse is kind of telling me that we need to just tweak a few things this month, you know, in the month of April, Cancer. Let's try and figure out how we can get that balance back. Because you know where the problem is. That's the problem. Seeing that Knight of Pentacles with Temperance reverse, you know exactly what the problem is. You know exactly what needs to be done. I just don't see enough motivation for you to do it, and that is the problem. I kind of want to say get a grip and pull your finger out. But what's coming towards you? Okay, so we have these. The Eight of Swords, strength, covering the Queen of Cups in the reverse there. I think you need to have enough strength to admit the fact that you should be emotionally unavailable at this point. Or, that's how I feel, because you guys wear your heart on your sleeve. You really do, and you're not afraid to fall for someone. So you're definitely not shut off. It's unlikely that you guys are going to be shut off unless someone's really fucked you over. But from what I'm actually seeing, it's almost like we've been shut out. We've had to get through it, but through all the sort of turmoil of being shut out by someone we really cared about, you know, maybe we threw ourselves into work mode, or maybe we were rebounding to a different relationship, and the whole time this has been going on, more important priorities have been overlooked and we've slightly gone out of balance here. And it's like, coming into the near future, we're being kind of met with this energy of, no, this has got to stop. We have got to get priorities back in order. So now we need the strength and the willpower and the pride to actually address this shit, okay? And we're a little bit afraid of being on our own. That's what I want to say to you guys. Some of you are extremely afraid of actually being on your own, or actually facing the fact that something's got to change. Some of you could be dealing with an emotionally unavailable water sign as well. Some of you could if you're dealing with water signs. You know, and it's sort of like at the one point where you felt shut out by someone, you know, and now somebody else or someone else from the past or the same person's kind of coming back around, but someone's still extremely emotionally unavailable and extremely on guard, and it's kind of got you in your head a little bit. You know, maybe blaming yourself, what have you done wrong, blah, 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 blah. Again, we need to tweak the perception here, okay? you should not be so concerned about what's going on with somebody else when you've got enough issues in your own personal life to deal with. That's kind of the message there. And if you felt like it didn't resonate for you, and you're looking at it thinking, well, that's not my story, then guess what? Go elsewhere, check out another reader. I always say that. These are the messages for the ones that actually genuinely probably do need to hear this. But let's go a bit further into your love life, because kind of obviously I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, yeah, it's a bit intertwined. It's not to say that you can't have new love again or have an old love again. It's more about saying, listen, yeah, go for it, but this time can we get things, priorities sorted out first? Can we get the balance back first? Let's not go throwing her all into one area of her life and neglecting another. That's kind of what it's saying. You know, and also being more realistic with yourself. Is it, do you really have the time to be entertaining something new as well? Right, so Cancer, April 2018. One's dropped out. Okay, yeah, new love. So I mean, some of you definitely got new love coming towards you, but again, it's a simple case of it's a nice thing, but if your priorities are all out of whack, it's not, you know, it's not going to work. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate is going to differ from usual type and expectations. One more. That's sticking out. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring romance. So, let's clarify these. So yeah, it is pretty much, do you know what? My intuition's been crazy fucking scary just lately. But there is obviously this new love that's coming towards you, Cancer. And yeah, it's a beautiful thing, but again, you really do need to make sure that you can handle it this time without neglecting other areas of your life. One more. So, a new love that's yet to be revealed. I have fire energies here as well, Cancer. Okay. Got cards jumping out left, right and centre. So, over this new love card, a new person's stage of romantic feelings right there, yeah? So we have got the High Priestess, the Empress reversed and the Tower reversed. 3 major arcana. This is life-changing shit. Okay? I mean, to get 3, you know, to clarify it like I did, to get 3 major arcana over this new love tells me whatever's coming in for you guys is shaking up your fucking world. So the High Priestess is yet to be revealed. This person, or you already know this person, but the actual love element is yet to be revealed. So, in other words, it could be sort of like an admirer kind of thing. Or, you're revealing how you feel to someone. You know, someone, you know, yet to be revealed. And the Empress reversed with the Tower reversed. So, let's start with the Empress. Lack of abundance. That's usually what she means. But again, considering the first reading, it could also be not providing enough abundance to kids in order to have new love. Or more important areas of your life. Again, having your priorities a little bit out of whack. And the Tower reversed. Avoiding a disaster or something not as disastrous as you initially thought it was. I kind of want to go with that on this one. I've been looking at the Tower in a whole new light just lately, and I had a conversation with my friend the other day about the Tower reversed, and he was sort of reading it in a similar way, and it sort of, the penny kind of dropped for me then, and I knew I was meant to hear that, and I think it was because of this spread, so that it could be do you know what I mean? Like I was meant to interpret it that way. The fact that it's It's not so much as a disaster as you thought it was going to be. Or it doesn't have to be a disaster if you get your priorities in order. You know. Some of you could be dealing with Scorpio, some Virgo. Some are involved with fire signs. So over this keep an open mind, your soulmate is going to differ from usual type and expectations. I'm wondering if some of you genuinely are involved with Scorpios, because Scorpio's reading have the exact same card with the exact same kind of message, that it's something that you don't expect, it's something that's yet to be revealed. So I have got the Knight of Swords in the reverse here, okay? Again, it's almost like I've got the Queen of Wands with the Nine of Swords as well. So it's something, I suppose, that, again, I want to say you didn't expect anything from. The Knight of Swords represents the stoppage, you know, like maybe this is something that's coming back around, or someone that, you know, you may have just classed as a friend that is coming back around and you probably didn't expect. I've got this Queen of Wands, so yeah, we have fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag, and with the Nine of Swords, we're very anxious about this, when really you should be relaxed. Again, I kind of think that the Queen of Wands is what you should be, this is your energy you should have, this is the energy you shouldn't have. We should be a little bit more relaxed about this and not let anxieties get in the way here, okay? It's not a bad thing. Maybe we're just anxious about going for somebody that we just never expected anything would happen, and maybe it's just making you a bit nervous. Then we move on to this. Stay optimistic about your love life, okay? Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So again, with this Nine of Swords, if you let your fears get in the way, we start becoming too pessimistic, okay, to the point where we're not even going to act on feelings because we're automatically assuming the worst. The Judgment in the reverse, again, I kind of want to say, because it does say here positive thinking. So seriously, if you guys are involved with Scorpios, go look at that fucking video. Seriously. This Judgment in the reverse, I think, is what you were thinking. This is the pessimism right here. This is something that you never thought would come back around. That's the pessimism. Maybe you didn't think it'd come back around because either you or someone else was acting like a fickle piece of shit at the time. But I kind of want to say something's changed here. And the Nine of Pentacles, in fact, no, I'm going to strike that. I don't buy that this Knight of Wands is a fickle piece of shit, because it's came out with that. The Nine of Pentacles reversed. So this is the insecure, I don't want to be on my own anymore card. I can't be on my own. I'm afraid to be on my own. And I feel like this is rebounding. I feel like this Knight of Wands is rebound. Where you bounce from relationship to relationship to relationship because you don't want to be on your own. Because it's more about insecurity as opposed to embracing a nice relationship. Building your world around someone unnecessarily. Neglecting other more important areas of your life for just one person. Thinking that it's love. I'm just going to level with you now, Cancer. That is not love. That is needy, clingy behaviour. It's not love. Tweaking with the positive thinking needs to happen. We now need to scrap fears. It is okay to be on your own. It is okay to get your priorities back in order. And it is also okay to take it nice and slow with a new love. There is no need to complicate it. There is no need to rush in. Fools rush in. Normal people don't. Normal people in happy relationships don't. You should not be entering into any kind of a relationship or rushing into any kind of a relationship just because you're afraid to be on your own. That is not what creates a happy relationship. And if you honestly think that it does, you're very much mistaken and probably need to speak to a psychiatrist. Cancer. I love you guys to bits, but I feel like I have to be brutally honest and cruel to be kind here. Scrap any expectations that you have of love, because those are going completely out of the window throughout the month of April. Anything to do with love is going to be relatively surprising for you. New love that's yet to be revealed. Try not to panic. It's not going to be as disastrous as you think it is if you keep your priorities in check. If you don't build your world around just one person that's very relatively new walks into your life, or if it's someone previously from the past that you never thought it'd happen with walks into your life. Again, we need to be a little bit more realistic about exactly what's going to make a relationship work. And for those that are single, that have bounced from relationship to relationship, that's never worked. So again, keep an open mind, try something different. I'll leave that there then, Cancer. So yes, you have got new love coming towards you, but you really are going to have to get your priorities in order to make it work. Otherwise, it's just going to turn into yet another rebound. So, you know, try some positive thinking instead of pessimism. Be a bit more honest about yourself. Try not to jump the gun. And just remember that someone that's coming into your life is a lot different than what you used to. You know, if you've been dating a lot of douchebags lately, you know, or bitches, this person's a lot different than what you used to. They're actually really, really good for you, but they just might not be your type. So it may be someone that you've already known before, or something, you know what I mean. But at the same time, there is something yet to be revealed. You know, it's almost like there's a bit of unfinished business, maybe. That kind of thing. Or if it's someone completely new coming into your life, they're very, very different and worth the chance, but you're going to have to sort of learn to enter into relationships a little bit more maturely this time. Okay, so I'll leave that there then, Cancer. Should if you want to email me, I'll leave it in the bottom of the description. But in the meantime, I wish you a great month of April, and we'll speak soon. Take care, bye-bye for now.